Now, in today's class, we will try to understand CSS. Okay, as I told you that if anybody wants to become a web page developer, okay, so he must be familiar with the three languages: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay, so CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. So it is a language generally used to style an HTML document. Okay, so if you want to style an HTML document, CSS language will be used. Style means what? To make the header, center alignment, color, okay, and paragraph to be aligned at the center, color, background color. If you want to keep somewhat styles to the HTML document, so this language will be used. So this CSS language, how it will describe how HTML elements should be displayed. So we have studied a lot of HTML elements. That is what header is an element, paragraph is an element. So like that, so many elements we have studied. Button is an element. Okay. So like that, so many elements. So how the HTML elements should be displayed. So as already I told you that HTML element means every element it has two tags, one start tag, end tag. So both the start tag and end tag, these two tags called an element. Okay. So CSS describes how HTML elements should be displayed, how they are being styled, so that okay. Let us see, try to understand. This is the code, this is the online editor. So online editor means here you can edit the code and you can check the code instantly on the spot. You can erase the code, you can write the code again. So now let us see, this code can be edited. Okay, so let us see how the code looks like. This is the code looks like. So as I have briefed, inside of HTML document page, either the CSS cascading style sheet code, otherwise JavaScript code, both will be inserted inside of the HTML document. Okay, so JavaScript code will be inserted inside of the script element. Okay, CSS code will be inserted in HTML document inside of style element. Okay, style elements. Element, everybody knows that style, every element has two tags, start tag, end tag. So inside of style element, the style, the code for CSS will be written, okay, to make the HTML document so style. Style means how the paragraph section looks, its color, its font size, font, color, okay, like there's so many styles. So first of all, let me brief. This is what, as we have started to understand, like one document to be declared, that is a HTML document. The starting code is um, exclamation mark, then document type HTML, then after HTML start tag, HTML element started with start tag, HTML element started with start tag, so it must be ended with end tag. Okay, and then after, under the head section, under the head element, style related code, okay, that must be written on inside of the head section. Inside of the head section, in between style element. Okay, style element. Okay, next is what, inside of the style, how many elements have been styled inside of the style element. One is the body element. Okay, body element body styled with body's color, background color light blue. So you are looking the body color, the total color of the page, is light blue. That is called background color light blue. Okay, understood that. Next, H1 is the selector for header section, body is the selector for body section. Okay, H1 is the selector for H1 section or element. So header looks color. Header means what? My first CSS example is the header, and this is the paragraph, is the paragraph. Under the my first CSS example header, its color is white. Text align center means this header element styled to align to center and colored to white. Okay, next, P, paragraph element. Okay, paragraph element is styled. This is a paragraph, that is the content. So this is a paragraph. The font is called font Vardhana, font size 20 pixels, and then style closed, head closed. Under the body, so whatever the content that is to be displayed as a header content, that is my first CSS example, that is to be kept inside of the header element, and this is a paragraph, that is the content. Text means text, that is to be kept inside of the paragraph section. So this total header and paragraph, they need to be defined inside of the body element. Okay, under the only head element, style will be defined. Style must be inside of your style element. Every element, style element has two tags: style start tag, style end tag. Then after head closed. Understood that? So body, header, body background color is this, header color dot white. So generally body H1P, these are called selectors. Body H1P, these are called selectors to select the elements. Here H1 is a selector to select the element of header section. That is what header of H1. H1 is declared where? Inside of the body section, here H1. That is the H1 started with start tag, ended with close tag. So now it is an element. So to select this H1 element in style section, so that H1 selector will be used, and the code will be written inside of the flower braces, and color is the color, text align, these are the attributes, and white center, they are the values. Body selector used to select the body means background body. Okay, total body means the total document page, HTML document page. So body selector will be used to select the total body, and inside of the flower base, background color is an attribute, value is light blue. Inside of the flower braces, every statement that is to be terminated with the semicolon, that is very important, otherwise you will get error. Under the paragraph section, P is selector for paragraph element defined in body section. So that element paragraph, it has two tags, paragraph P start tag, end tag. In between this is a paragraph text, this is a paragraph text. So that is to be styled under P. P is what? Selector to choose the paragraph element. So inside of flower braces, font family. What is the font family? Vardhana, font family, and font size 20 pixel, like this. Okay, So let us remove this total code first, and we will write the code as it is. The first of all, you remove the total code from the starting. Remove the total code. Now try to see here, there is no code. Okay, now try to understand here. So now try to see. Now your code window, result window, everything is empty. Okay, now we will write the code for CSS, cascading style sheet. As I told you that it is a program, it is a language to style the web page. Okay, to style the web page means web page background, header element, how it is to be styled, how it looks. Okay, and the paragraph, how it looks, and the header is how it looks. So now let us try to write the code inside of this. First we need to declare the HTML document. Doc type must be in capital letters. Next the HTML, this is called HTML document. Now come down. Okay, now next what I told you that the style, every style, we do one thing. First of all, we create first HTML. Okay, that is to be started with HTML. That is what HTML start element started, and HTML element that is to be closed with close tag structure. Okay, now HTML element started and ended with HTML end tag. Next, inside of this, first of all we need to create the body. Okay, so body, as we have discussed, generally the body started with body element started with body start tag. Now it is body to be closed with body close tag. Okay, now your body created. So inside of the body, whatever the elements are there, first of all one header, is it correct? One header. So header element that will be started with the h1. Okay, so this is the header, and header element started, header element closed. Now try to understand what is happened here. Now inside of this, now h1 is an element, so it has two tags, start tag, end tag. Now inside of this we will write the content which is to be displayed on the screen. So here first of all let me write that, what is that? So header is what? Anything you can write. JavaScript, otherwise CSS, cascading style sheet, CSS program. Okay, now this CSS program is a text, so that will be displayed on your screen. Simply you can see, when if you click this, you will get CSS program. Okay, now this is the header. Now if you want to keep a paragraph, we need to start with a paragraph element. Every element first it has a start tag, then it has a end tag. Okay, now what happened? Now your paragraph element created. Inside of this, whatever the text you type, that will be displayed as a paragraph. So under the CSS paragraph program, next somewhat paragraph. Okay, paragraph. Okay, now this is paragraph. So you run this. under the CSS program is header paragraph. Okay. Now what is the problem here? No any problem. Okay, so no problem. Okay, it is doing somewhat. Okay, no problem, keep somewhat text. Okay, I am here. Okay, I am here. Okay, so now this is the paragraph. Now the total h1 element and paragraph element both have been defined inside of your body section, means inside a body element. So if you want to style the header, if you want to style the paragraph, style is what? How header looks, how paragraph looks, how the header style to center, align to right, left, center, paragraph to be aligned to center, right, left. So that is called styling. Okay, so that styling we need to write inside of the, this is the body. Now inside of the your inside of the head element, otherwise head section. So this is the head element created, started with start tag, so it is to be closed with head tag. Now one element, head element created, okay. Under this head element, I told you that now styling, every styling of the page, web page, means document, HTML document, they must be styled inside of style element. Okay, understood that. So style element started with style start tag, so style end tag to be ended with style element started with style start tag, ended with style end tag, close tag. Now inside of this, for every element there is a selector. For header h1 element, now for h1 header element, that is called your, this is called selector. Now this is the selector for h1 header element, and this, within this flower brace we need to write the code for what, that h1 is selector to select the element, h1 is the selector to select the h1 element, header element. So now that header, before this let us write one more element, that is body. Body is what? Body is an element to select the body. So how the body looks? The body looks. Now body is the selector for your total body of the HTML document. So now here inside of this we need to write the code. Body color, body background, one attribute, body background, BACK ground. Okay, now this is called body background. So attribute and value both will be separated with the column blue. This is the color. Okay, body background. Now terminate with the semicolon. Understood that? This is the body background. Now let us see what happened here. Now run this code. Okay, body style closed. Okay. Under the H1, H1 selector, the selector will be used to select H1 element, header element. Header font. Font. Font is what? Attribute. So font attribute, every attribute will be must be assigned with a value. Font is what? Which type of font? Vardhana. Okay. Now close. One more, font size. Font size, that is what your font size is your font size. So how many pixels? 25 pixels, px, then semicolon. Okay. So like this you need to style the total elements of the web page, whatever the elements we have in a web page. Okay. So background, total background, that is called body, and header element, paragraph element, every element to be styled by CSS, this programming language. Now run this code. So here the code to be little bit adjust is there. Background color, 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 the blue. Now if you run this, see now, so background color, the code I have written background hyphen, not underscore. If you give here underscore, it will give error. Okay, it will give error. So here you need to write this code as hyphen. So whenever you run this code, your background will be changed like this. So if you write this as light blue and click on run, so it will be changed to light blue. So if you change this to red, background color will be changed to red, otherwise green, it is green. Okay, so let us use this as light blue. Okay, color light blue. Now we have styled the body, the total document styled as light blue. For this, the attribute background color, okay, value light blue, and every inside of the flower braces, every statement to be terminated semicolon. Understood that? Now body is a selector. So all the selectors, they must be written inside of the style element. Here body and H1 and P, one more, that is selector, P selector. These are the selectors to choose to select what elements. Okay, here body, H1, P, these are what selectors to select elements. So inside of the flower braces, whatever we write, they are called so inside of the selectors, background color, that is called attribute, and background color, attribute, and value light blue. This is called a declaration. So one declaration has two values. One declaration has two parts, not values. One declaration has two parts. One is that attribute, and attribute must be assigned with a value. Both will be separated by colon. So inside of one declaration block may have many declarations. They are separated with semicolon. Okay. So here see H1 selector. Inside of this H1 selector, how many declarations are there? Font is one declaration, and one more declaration, that is equal to your font size. So now font size, these called two declarations. The total is called declaration block. Every declaration block may have one or more declarations. Font is an attribute assigned with Vardhana. Font size is one more attribute assigned with this pixel, 25 pixels. These two are called two declaration. Total is called declaration block. Okay. Now come to the point. So here the font size Vardhana, if I want to change that is what font style, font size 25 pixels. P, paragraph. Let us see.